everyone, this is Masha here from Pajama Bosses, and we are live with day 2 of our duplication channel challenge. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing the 6 secret timelines that are very important for duplication. So if you're someone who's in network marketing and a home-based business and you want to actually create more duplication, you want to engage your existing team more, and you want to make sure that they actually start recruiting and actually start working in the business, then you're in the right place. If you want to increase your income, if you want to actually create more success in your network marketing business, you are in the right place. So my name is Masha Chamajar, and I'm dialing in from Brisbane, Australia, from the Pajama Bosses headquarters. I see people are dialing in very quickly, so as you're coming live, tell me your name, tell me where you're dialing in from, and share with me, how you're doing today. If you have any questions, make sure you go below the video as we're going and ask me any questions. I promise if we don't have time to answer them live, I will reach out to you after this video and make sure you get all your questions answered. So in today's video, we are on day 2 of our 30-day duplication challenge. So each and every day we're going live right here on our Facebook fan page for Pajama Bosses on 10 a.m. Australian time, 5 p.m. Pacific, and 8 p.m. Eastern time. Hey, Jill Malone, Jill is our faithful follower. Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. Tell me where you're dialing in from and give me a few likes just to make sure that I know you can hear me. And we're gonna get started here in just the next 30 seconds or so. Lawrence is live, wonderful. Sydney's in the house. So really excited because, in the next 30 days, we're really about to transform your business, where you're going to be both learning and taking action in your business. And we're not just going to be learning how to recruit more people, even though that's a really important thing. We're going to be learning how to take these people and transform this into teams of tens, of hundreds, and thousands of people. Welcome, Daniel from Australia down under. Welcome, welcome, guys. And in today's video, we are going to follow on from what we were saying yesterday. So I believe once you stop, actually finish watching this video today, go back to day 1 yesterday and really learn about the endless funnel, the endless network marketing funnel, and why you're actually going to be earning 80% of your entire network marketing income in the future from helping people to duplicate into teams of hundreds and thousands of people. So in today's video now, I'm going to be sharing something really, really important, and that is the 6 secret timelines that are important for your duplication process. And people are saying, what is a timeline? Why is it important? And how do I actually know what to do in it? So we're going to be sharing the details of that today. But before I go into that, I really want to share, a couple of things just about Pajama Bosses and myself. We've been in business for more than 10 years in network marketing and have not only built teams of tens of thousands of people around the world, but have helped network marketing leaders from around the world to establish and help them to create duplication systems. So right now we're really focused in helping 6-figure earners to go to 7 figures by helping them to create team duplication systems. So let's have a look at now the 6 secret timelines in your business. So we're talking about duplication and how, if you want to really become a top income earner, yesterday we were saying you need to stop focusing on recruiting. And yes, in the next few videos, you will get some real great advice on how to recruit. But I want you to understand that your real goal in mind is to know that when somebody actually joins your business and you've been successful in recruiting them, it is really important to understand that is a beginning of the process, not the end of the process. So if you're just joining us here, tell us where you're dialing in from, tell me your name and where you're dialing in from and how you're doing today. And so really, as people are joining your business, you need to really know what to do with them. Because like we were saying in our first video yesterday, 80% of your income is going to come from duplication, if not more. Right now, of course, I would say 99% or more of my income comes from duplication, even though we sponsor people. But that is such a minority in terms of the income, and proportionally of what our income is, that we are not focused on actually sponsoring people. Welcome, Claudia from California. Welcome, everyone. And so it's really important that you understand, if you want to become a top income earner in network marketing, you need to stop just focusing on recruiting. Welcome, Malaysia. Melbourne's in the house. Everyone's joining in. That's awesome. We're going to be going here for about 20 minutes or so. These are short and sharp training videos each and every day on this duplication challenge. So if you guys are ready to rock it, let's see a few likes. Give me a few likes and hearts, and I'm gonna go right into the topic for today, which is the 6 important timelines for duplication to happen in your network marketing business. So here it goes. It's really very important to know how you turn a brand new person and start to create more, actually help them to create more skills to raise their leadership level so that they can go from them just joining your business to slowly starting to recruit, to eventually start to create teams of small teams of 5, 10, 20 people, to teams of hundreds, and eventually teams of tens of thousands of people. So for me, every time I sponsor a brand new person, what I see is a potential for creating a new team of tens of thousands of people around the world. And so how do we do that? Well, there's a concept, after 10 years of helping my team really to build teams around the world, to create leaders in the teams, it dawned on me a few years ago that very specific timelines in duplication, that if we look at duplication as in per the time that you have spent in the business as a brand new person. So, if I join a brand new business today, I'm a brand new person, right? And the first few, timelines in my development in this business are really important. So today I'm going to share with you what those timelines are and briefly what is very important to do in each of those timelines. So here it goes. So you guys ready? Give me a few likes. If you're ready, let's look at the first timeline. So we're going to first look at what those timelines are, and they're kind of the frameworks. And if you don't give the right training at the right time, within the right timeline to your team member, they will most likely never have the chance to actually step up to the next level of learning, step up to the next level of action taking. So what's really important is that you are, number one, aware of those timelines. So let's have a look at what those 6 timelines are. You guys ready? The first one is when somebody joins your business is actually the first hour when they joined your business, okay? Within the first hour. So let's write it down. So 1 hour timeline, okay? The next timeline is the first day, the first 24 hours. So 1 day timeline, right? Then the next one after that, I'm sure you're now starting to guess what they are. The first week, so 1 week timeline. And then, of course, 1 month, okay? And then we have the 3-month timeline, the 90-day timeline, and the 1 year timeline, okay? So here are the 6 important time frames that you need to be aware of. So when somebody new joins your business, you need to know exactly what you're going to be telling them within each of these timelines. And you have specific things that they need to actually be told so that they can move on to the next level of taking action, right? Because the whole point in network marketing is to take a person and slowly develop the leader out with them. And so as they develop into a leader, you need to actually be giving them specific information as the sponsor, as the person that is actually guiding them in creating success. Make sense? So let's look at some of these things and what a brand new person need to actually know when they join your business. So when they first join your business within the first hour, I want to say that is the most important timeline for your duplication. If you don't hit on certain specific and very important things that you're going to tell a brand new person when they join, they will most likely never engage in your business and most likely never actually come and refer people to the business or actually tell them about the product and services that you are distributing within your opportunity. So within the first hour, things like, helping them to make a quick list of 20 people that they're going to approach, helping them to actually give a call to 3 people, and also to make sure they buy a ticket to go to the next major event. So I'm kind of giving a lot of information, so I hope you guys are listening in, writing it some down. Grab a piece of paper, grab a pen, and make sure you're writing it out. Jill says, great info, wonderful to hear you guys. Malaysia is also online, great. So within the first hour, it's really important that, number one, you get the person to start making a list of people, and I'd say top 20, then helping them to call 3 people from that list, and also buy a ticket to the next major event coming up. So, within each company we have team events and company events, and those monthly or quarterly events are usually bigger events where we're doing major training and recognition, and that is the ticket you need to have ready to sell to the brand new person who just joined your business. When? In the first hour. See, as you're starting to understand, duplication is all about doing the right thing at the right time. If you're not actually giving the right training at the right time to your team members, they may never have the chance to do the right thing and actually develop into a leader. Make sense? Is this making sense, guys? Are you guys getting this? Can you see how if you have the awareness of what you need to tell the brand new person at the right time, your duplication is going to really increase, and how you're going to actually give yourself a better chance to develop teams out of the people you recruit, so you're not continuously stuck in looking for new people and continuously recruiting. And while it's good to know, how to create more and more leads and recruit more and more people, what I think it's really important is how do you actually transform the person you sponsored into teams of tens of thousands, and that's where we can really help you. So let's keep looking through these timelines. The next one after that is the one-day timeline. So what I think is really important to do in the first day of somebody joining your business is to get them the success. Meaning, how can you help them to actually sponsor the first person within the first 24 hours? And I have seen for years and years that if somebody actually has the help, first of all, and accomplishes that in the first day, they're so much more likely to actually continuously take action right from day one in their business. So it's almost like, we need to throw them in the deep end with our support, but also we need to tell them exactly what to do in the first 24 hours so that they can actually go ahead and in the first 24 hours, have results, have some success. That is so crucial to your duplication. So that is what you need to do. In the first week, let's look at the third timeline here. Are you guys excited? Who's excited for the third timeline here? So within the first week of somebody joining your business, what is really important is that they have actually created some sort of group presentation for the top 20, 30 contacts, right? So that can be done in different ways, and certainly today we don't have the time to teach all the details of how to do it and when to do it. But I'm giving you an overview of how duplication in your team needs to look like so that you get people who are actually in your team taking more action so that you don't have to go and recruit all the time, right? So within the 1 week timeline, it's really important you create a group presentation for that new person. Now, that could be a simple home meeting that you help them to organize. It could be a conference call where you get their top 20 contacts to participate, or even a webinar. But it needs to be some kind of a group presentation for the top contacts, because we all know when we join our business, we have the warm contacts that are very easy, because they're actually the warmest. We have the best trust and influence over them, so it's easier to get a group together. So that's why, when somebody joins in the first day, we need to help them to sponsor someone. But within the first week, we need to create that first group presentation or, gathering or a webinar or a conference call. Make sense? Now let's keep going. This is the third timeline. The fourth important timeline is the 1 month timeline. Now, 1 month is probably the biggest, cycle in network marketing business, because usually on a monthly basis, we have events, live events that are happening. And as we all know, our business gets really energized by live events. And so within that 1 month in the business, what I think is really important is that the person actually attends that first big live training event. And that is not just attending that event, but it's actually helping that person to build towards that event, helping them to bring as many of their new guests and members to that event. And not only that, having a plan for them what to do after that event. So we speak a lot about our quantum momentum formula within 30 days and how we do that cycle with a brand new person for the first time. So, we've talked about now the 1 hour, the first hour when somebody joins your business. We talked about the first day, the first week, and the first month. These are such important timelines. What do you do with a brand new person so that you give them the best chance, and yourself, that they'll actually take action and start actually bringing people to a business. Is this making sense, guys? Are you now seeing how clear, actually how simple duplication can be when you're aware of what it's actually made of, right? It's made of 6 important timelines, and within each of these timelines, all you have to know is the specific simple things that you need to tell your brand new person, and that gives them a chance to develop as a leader. That gives them a chance to step up and continue to take action. So the biggest mistake that network marketers make, that we all make, that Miguel and I made for years and years before we really identified this, was to just, tell people anything at any time. But if you don't actually do it at the right time with the right training, so delivering the right training at the right time, most members that you have will most probably never engage in the business. And that's a tragedy, because even though you sponsor 20 or 30 people, 90 days later you find yourself with nobody doing actually anything in your business. So you're back at square one recruiting. So any one of you ever experienced that? I mean, we experienced that over and over and over for years until we start being aware of the 6 important timelines in the duplication. And we will actually be posting a graphic of these 6 timelines, that it's very, very, it's kind of a graphical overview that you can share with your team just below this video as well. So let's keep going and talk about the last 2 timelines. Are you guys ready? If you're ready for the last 2 timelines, let's see, if you're just dialing in, tell me your name, tell me where you're dialing in from, and if you have any questions, make sure you are typing below, and I'll be answering them live just at the end. So the next important timeline is the 90-day or the 3 months timeline. See, the first 90 days in the business is really very important, because at the end of 90 days, invariably, your new team member is going to be asking themselves, well, where am I at? They'll be reevaluating their decision. They'll be looking at, well, what have I already accomplished? Is this kind of meeting my expectations from when I joined the business? And most likely, if they have 0 results, 0 progress, they've had 0 support from you, after about 90 days, they're pretty much missing in action. Has anyone ever experienced that? I mean, I've seen that over and over and over again. So it's really very important to understand that within the first 90 days is when you need to give the structure and results to your brand new person, and with the right training delivered at the right time, that gives them the progress, that gives them the information to be able to actually accomplish certain things. So when they get to the first 90 days in their business and they're starting to think about, how's this working for me, they're like recommitting again to the next 90 days. They're excited, they've seen some results. We're not saying we're going to create $1 million for them, but they are creating actually some results. They're starting to create a small part-time income. They have a small team building. So, the things that we're promising them on day 1 when they join have not all gone in vain. These people are now actually seeing something. So that is something you need to have accomplished by the 3 months timeline. And then the final timeline for duplication is the 1 year. The 1 year in the business is crucial, because at the 1 year, most of the time we need to renew our membership, we need to renew our commitment to a business. And so that gives us another chance to reevaluate where we're at. And so within the first year, there should be several things that your brand new person should be exposed. All the team events, all the company events, all the trainings, the whole infrastructure that you have available for them, including the training, the leadership development. And so there are several things that you need to have implemented, and this brand new person in the first year need to have actually gone through that. It doesn't matter, how high their results are, but it does matter that they have seen progress. It does matter that they've had aha moments. It does matter that they've gone to events and feel energized. It does matter that they are excited to be a part of this community, and that they love the culture of your team that they're a part of. So, all these things in the first year of the business are super, super important. So if you're just joining us live, we're talking about the 6 important timelines in your network marketing business for a brand new person to be able to create massive duplication. So, and Marilyn's saying, I can't even make a sale, get a party going. Marilyn, don't despair. In the next 30 days, we're going live each and every single day, and we're teaching, apart from just how to recruit, we're teaching about how to duplicate in your team. So make sure that you're sharing this video with your team. You can either click the share button and share it on Facebook, or just type and tag your teammates. And like I said yesterday, make sure you tag at least 3 teammates that can join us tomorrow and can actually be on this video's live. Now, we talked about these 6 important timelines and briefly what you need to be doing with your brand new people. Now, what is the whole importance? What's the big picture really here? Number one, 80% or more of your income is going to come from duplication, right? So how do we do duplication? Well, we need to be aware of these 6 timelines in the business. When somebody joins your business, the clock is on. Like, what do we do in the first hour, and actually give them that training, give them that information. And so, as you're progressing, that's what your new person needs to go through. Now, and even a stage up, a step up from you just giving information at the right time to your team members. What is a step up is obviously automating this information so that a brand new person can access it with or without you. And that's what our expertise is. We help 6-figure earners in network marketing create duplication team systems that are automated so that they can seamlessly, without their involvement and their time, increase duplication, increase their income, and therefore, obviously create more success for more people and help more people. And so really today, what I want to share is this. I want you to think about this first timeline. I want you to think about the first hour in the business. When you sponsor someone in your business, what do you do right now? Are you doing anything with this brand new person? Yeah? Are you actually doing the right steps that we mentioned? Things like immediately in the first hour, not telling them to go and congratulations and I'll see you in 2 weeks' time? Or are you making sure that you harness the energy and motivation and actually get them to make a list of people, get them to make a few phone calls with you, and actually get them to purchase the ticket to the next event? So I want you to do this today as a part of the homework to this day 2 of our duplication challenge. I want you to sit down and I want you to write 3 things based on what I told you today, what you're going to start doing with your brand new person when they join your business. We'll be talking more about how to recruit new people in the future videos, but today I want you to sit down and think, what are the 3 things that you want a brand new person to do immediately in the first hour when they join your business? That is going to make a huge difference to how your business is going to start to grow. You will see an exponential increase of people immediately starting to take action. So what I suggest in the first hour, just to give you a little hint, a little help, right? You definitely need them to sit down with you and make a list of top 20 people they're going to approach. Number 2, you're going to sit with them and make 3 phone calls right there and then. What does that mean? Well, it means that you're going to coach them through these first 3 phone calls. So if they're getting any rejection, you're right there for them and tell them what to say and how to do it, right? So you're going to coach them through these first 3 phone calls. Now, you don't need to be together in the same place with this person. They can be on Skype, they can be on a phone call, and they can be doing the phone calls in a different place. But you're actually doing it with them. You're at the same time actually coaching them as they're doing the phone calls, right? And the final thing is, make sure that you actually tell them about the upcoming event. This should be a major monthly or quarterly event, and make sure that you're ready to tell them it's important to buy a ticket. And you're probably saying to yourself, well, Masha, I just got them to purchase like a few hundred or even $1,000 worth of product of the company that, they joined my business. How can I tell them now to buy a ticket to an event, which is perhaps, maybe it's $100, maybe it's more? Well, that's what your business depends on. I know you don't make money on actually ticket sales, but we all know that if people come to events, they're more likely to stick in the business for longer. So everything that you're doing within these timelines is extending the time that the person will stay active in the business, is extending their lifeline, is extending the time that you will have with them to help them to gain more skill, to gain more results so that they can stay in the business for long enough to really click and start duplicating. Does it make sense? Are you guys getting value here? If you're getting value, I really want you to go below the video right now and say, yes, this is awesome. Here is what I learned today. I really want you to share with me below this video what is the biggest aha moment you've just had. And if you have any questions, make sure you ask them. I'll reach out to each and every single one of you who were live and who had a question after this video. In the meantime, Don't make sure you remember your homework, sit down and make a list of 3 things that you're going to be doing with your brand new person when they join your business so that you can start increasing your duplication from today onward. So really excited, had a lot of fun. We had literally people from around the world, from Asia, from Australia, from North America, people around the world joining us. Remember, this is a 30-day challenge, each day, same place, same time, 10 o'clock Australia, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Join us again and make sure you go below right now and tag all your team names, team members, so they can join us tomorrow too. Hey, awesome, everyone's saying awesome, awesome. I'm excited. I had a great time and hope you learned a lot. Share with me your greatest breakthrough today and I'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. See you there.